Awareness on mental health and suicide prevention days observed to focus attention on the issue, reduce stigma, and raise awareness among organizations, government, and the public, giving a singular message that suicides are preventable and help can be gotten. Clearview's Florence Joshua spoke to a mental health advocate and CEO of a non-governmental organization, Land Health, Angela Brown, on the causes and steps to be taken in the prevention of suicide.
World Suicide Prevention Day is every September 10, a time to remember those affected by suicide, raise awareness, and to focus effort on directing treatment to those who need it most. Suicide is an extreme decision and can happen due to a lot of reasons, be it mental trauma or financial dependency or poverty. Suicide is an extreme reality and it's important to raise awareness to make people believe that there is more to life. This is the position Angela Brown, CEO Land Health and Mental Health advocates.
Nigeria has a very high rate of suicide, especially among the youth. And, we're not aware of this. People don't know because there's also a lot of stigma associated with suicide. So even when someone commits suicide, you wouldn't know because they hide it. But some people could be suicidal and not depressed. And those are the people that usually have clinical issues going on. Depression is one of the major triggers of suicide. And we find out that a lot of people that commit suicide are people that really don't have any chronic issues going on. They're just regular people like you and me. And one day they have a mental breakdown because they don't have an outlet and they just decide to take their own life. And some people commit suicide too due to trauma, ongoing trauma. Some rape, some molestation, some, verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. If it's constant and consistent, some people are not able to deal with it.
Angela also highlighted some of the signs to look out for in suicidal people and to affirm that there's always help for them.
Knowing someone that wants to commit suicide cannot look for these signs. They're withdrawn. They don't talk much. Some of them would actually maybe send you a goodbye note, or act like they're leaving, use words like, if I wasn't here, would you be hurt? Or I feel better if I'm not here anymore. Or this world is better without me. Little signs like that, especially with youths and kids. They may tell their friends they want to die. So you look for those things in people. It's always very good to reach out to people. If you notice your friends are not communicating, something is wrong, call them, how are you? That how are you goes a long way to prevent suicide.
Self-care and the need to create awareness on mental health generally are some of the practical steps to prevent crisis situations.
Every mental health can come on at any time, okay? Because, we all break down due to stress, issues going on, and we need to be able to, the very first thing to do to help ourselves actually is to have self-care, okay? Mental health, the best way to be okay is to take time out for yourself, especially if you don't have any chronic mental health issues going on. Self-care is very important because if you don't have self-care, you're more likely to break down. And a lot of us do that. And then we need to create awareness about mental health because in Nigeria, it is so bad. There's a lot of issues that people can't talk about. You can't talk about it if you're being abused, if you're abused in a marriage, both male or female. You can't talk about it if you're LGBTQ, different tribes in different, parts of the country. You can't talk about, even as male, you can't talk about it if you're being abused because you're expected to stand up and be strong as a man and not have any issues. So there's a lot of stigma surrounding mental health here in Nigeria, which we need to create the awareness that if you're having issues and you can't deal with it, seek help. See a psychologist, see a counselor, see a life coach, see somebody, talk to a friend. And so you need to be able to understand their resources out there, and understand that it is okay not to be okay and to get help. That's the one thing you need to understand. It's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay not to get help.
Health experts believe when the stigma around suicide is addressed, people feel more comfortable seeking help, understanding their problems, and exploring solutions rather than taking an extreme decision. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.